Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jetsetting cruise video. Today we're diving into everything you need to know before setting sail on the Disney Dream, one of the most beloved ships in the Disney Cruise Line fleet. If you're planning your first cruise on the Dream or just want some insider tips, you're in the right place. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like, it really helps us out. So let's start with some of the ship's basics. The Disney Dream debuted in 2011 and was the third ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet and the first of its class. Its sister ship is the Disney Fantasy, and they move around the world a little bit. It's home to around 1,250 staterooms and can carry around 4,000 guests at full capacity. While she's a bit older now, the ship is incredibly well maintained, filled with that signature Disney magic, and got some light refurbishments in recent years to keep her feeling fresh, including one in 2024 that added a new counter service option on the pool deck, a large concierge lounge, and even a funnel suite like on the Disney Wish class ships. So where does the Disney Dream sail from? Right now, the Disney Dream sails from a few different ports, including Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, and select summer itineraries out of Europe. I sailed out of Fort Lauderdale, and Disney has its own dedicated terminal like you'll find at Port Canaveral. The boarding process was still quick and efficient, especially if you check in via the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app. I have a full video up on all the ins and outs you need to know after booking your cruise, but before you board, so be sure to check that out in the link down below. Speaking of the Navigator app, it is your best friend both before the cruise and on board. Make sure to download the app before your cruise, and it'll help you get checked in. It'll allow you to book port adventures, specialty dining, and onboard activities. You can chat with fellow guests once on board and see the daily schedule and menus of everything that you're experiencing on board. Now, first-time cruisers can check in 30 days before their cruise, so I do recommend jumping on Disney's website or the app at midnight Eastern time. That allows you to secure that early boarding time. There's gonna be a few groups ahead of you, so maybe your preferred most early arrival time is not going to be available, but it will get you on the ship as early as possible on embarkation day. Now let's talk food, because Disney does dining a little bit differently than the other cruise lines. The Disney Dream uses rotational dining just like all of the other Disney ships. You'll rotate between 3 beautifully themed restaurants: Animator's Palette, which has a modified Turtle Talk with Crush experience during dinner; Royal Palace, which is themed to Cinderella and some of the princesses; and then Enchanted Garden, which has sort of a Versailles garden theme. Your servers travel with you every night, a uniquely Disney touch that allows them to get to know your preferences and get to know you as a family. And these servers absolutely work so hard to make your vacation amazing. They're absolutely great. We do recommend trying out Palo if you never have. This is the adults only Italian specialty restaurant. The views are fantastic from here, and the brunch there is a very popular activity as well. Make sure you book when your activity booking window opens pre-cruise because it does sell out. And there's also Remy on board, which is a Michelin-starred style experience, high-end French cuisine with some light ratatouille theming throughout the restaurant. It's also an amazing time. There are plenty of onboard activities and attractions. The Disney Dream is home to the Aqueduct, which is a water coaster that zips around the top of the ship. It actually goes uphill, which is pretty exciting, and then turns into kind of a modified lazy river for the second half. I would recommend riding early on embarkation day or during port days when the lines are shorter, because I did see throughout the voyage lines over 30 minutes long. There's not really high capacity on water slides. It's one big detraction of them, so just keep that in mind during your voyage. Like going at those off-peak times, it may be a better experience for you, and it's sometimes open in the evening hours, which is pretty fun for a nighttime ride. There's also mini golf hosted by Goofy and Max, a sports court, a dedicated movie theater showing first-run Disney films, character meet and greets, and Broadway-style shows like Beauty and the Beast. It's very hard to be bored on board if you are a Disney fan. My personal favorite are the frequent trivia contests on a variety of subjects. Here are some tips for adults sailing without kids. One thing I love about the Disney Dream is that it's not just for kids. The District is an adults-only nightlife area on the lower decks of the ship. The handful of themed bars like Pink 687, which is the ship's sports bar, and Evolution, which is the ship's nightclub, and they play lots of adult-themed games in the evenings. Nothing too adult, nothing too crazy, but a little bit more adult theme where it's 18 and up. If you're a coffee lover, don't skip out on Cove Cafe. It's a quiet, adults-only coffee bar that's also great for relaxing with a book or checking email. It turns into a cocktail bar in the evenings, and it's been a favorite of ours when we're on our non-kid sailings, which are few and far between right now. Now, let's not forget about Disney's private destinations. Many of Disney Dream's itineraries include a stop at Disney's private destinations in the Bahamas. You have Castaway Cay, which is Disney's first private island, and it's been opened for decades and a fan favorite. Cay at Lighthouse Point is not a private island, but a private experience on the island of Eleuthera. And some tips here is there are several cabanas available on each of the destinations. And if you want a cabana, I would recommend booking concierge level on your voyage because those go first and the concierge level gets the first pick of the cabanas. So oftentimes they're sold out before even other groups arrive to try and book them. Serenity Bay on Castaway Cay has grilled steak for the adults at their buffet. It's not available at Cookie's Barbecue near the family beaches, so that's a fun tip for the adults. And don't miss the live entertainment on Lookout Cay, which includes many of the Disney characters, and it's like a Junkanoo parade. It's very, very fun. Some cabin tips. If you're looking to save money, inside cabins on the Disney Dream still feature the magical virtual porthole. If you do want that fresh air though, I recommend booking a veranda cabin. That's what we had on our voyage, and it fit our family of 3 amazingly. I love Disney's stateroom layouts with a split bathroom, making getting ready for your day or for dinner easy with multiple people in a stateroom. Midship staterooms are the most stable if you're prone to motion sickness, and I would book those on one of the lower decks. And decks 7 to 9 generally offer a nice balance of location and quietness, though I will say the elevators on the Disney Dream work amazingly. It was always very quick and easy to get around the ship. So some final tips. As I mentioned, boarding starts at around 11 a.m., so try and get an early port arrival time so the magic begins for you as quickly as possible. Activities like princess meet and greets need to be booked ahead of time in the app 30 days in advance, so that's going to sell out very, very fast. And if you're celebrating something special, let Disney know. You might just get a little extra pixie dust. On the Disney Dream before, let us know your best tips in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. And don't forget to check out my full ship tour and review video linked down below in the description. If you're looking to plan your next Disney Dream cruise or any cruise vacation for that matter, we can definitely help. Reach out to jacksonjetsetting.com/book for a free quote. Our services are completely free and can make a big difference in your vacation.